Let's go outside, let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi everybody and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker, you know my co-host Rusty, and we are here today with Nan Height and Jenny. Jenny, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
You're a new addition to the bookstore.
Yes.
What is it you do?
I'm the events and marketing director.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad that they hired you because they have multiple amounts of events and things going on over there. Best of Books. Jan, how are you?
I'm great.
Nan, pardon me.
That's okay.
I'm thinking of Jenny. But you know, Best of Books, which is located in Edmond, is probably my favorite bookstore, not just because my books are there, but because there are so many events. You participate in so much in this town. It's just incredible. And you've got the new project going. Tell me about how it's doing.
So back in September, we started the Bodacious Bob Book Drive. And we tried to get books into school libraries that were short on budgets. And we donate somewhere between $300 and $350 worth of books to the schools, and they are thrilled. The schools have sent us pictures of the kids reading the books, and they're so excited to have them because they virtually don't have any budget to buy anything new.
Yeah, you know, and that points out a good issue because it is sad that our libraries, you know, we're always talking about our children reading. Some of them can't read, you know, at certain ages, and we're trying to promote that. So instead of getting them books to teach them, they're deprived, you know. I think the private schools probably have them, but our public schools, you know, which we should have funds for that.
Yes.
You know, but because we don't, all of us have gotten together, and so many of the authors here in Oklahoma have donated, and it's just, I think, a wonderful thing. I, as an author, feel very, very strongly that it is not so much how many you sell, but how much they are appreciated. You know, and we have some that have gone to Texas, down in Texas, and I really hope that this becomes a kind of a viral kind of program because it is so necessary, is it not?
Yes, yes. And at Christmas time, we ran a book drive where our customers could buy a book and put it in the Bodacious Book Drive and then get a percentage off for their whole purchase. And it was very successful.
How wonderful.
And we've asked other authors if they had books, if it's their children related or dog related, that they donate to the Bodacious Book Drive, and we in turn give those books back to the schools.
Yeah,
so.
And as I say, most of our books are about dogs, but I feel very, very, very strongly that it doesn't have to be all about dogs. It has to be very educational in so many ways. So you're going to be a valuable asset here, Jenny.
I hope so.
Absolutely. And so what do you have plans or anything?
Well, for the store, we have lots of author events coming up. We're going to have a spring break activities week. For the kids, we're going to have an activity every day.
Excellent.
So,
well, and I hope that since I'm going to try to get you on once a month, that you might bring some of the authors, especially those that I have met, that I really, really, all of them are so wonderful, very creative. And Rusty, I hope that you'll get a chance to meet some of them because they are, it's wonderful.
Absolutely. I was going to ask Nan how our viewers can help the book drive this spring. You know, because it's a way to continue. It's not Christmas, you know, but it's a continued need for our community, and I think it's something that we can do year round and not just have certain times.
If they come in and would like to donate, you know, buy a book for the Bodacious Book Drive, I would continue giving that special discount for their full purchase if they'd like to do that. I mean, it's something that, you know, is a big thing at Christmas time, but yet the need is all year round.
It's continual, that's right, especially from September on through the year. So folks, take it to heart. It is a very, very, very worthy operation. These books are new to me.
Yes, yes. Dave Pilkey, who's the writer of Captain Underpants, who's wildly popular with the kids. Dogman came out about 6 months ago, and just last month, Dogman Unleashed. It's a half man, half dog. He's a crime-fighting dog. So, and it's a graphic novel, and the kids just love those books. So, anyway, and I think it's cool because it's a dog book.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely, and I appreciate. But there again, if you want to bring one that isn't, you know, there are several. The book called Grit, True Grit, you know, I think is a wonderful book, and it just tells people that they don't have to have an enormous amount of funds. They don't have to be very, very wealthy. They have to have the initiative and the determination to do what they want to do, and that's important. Folks, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and we hope that you will. If you want to go on my Facebook, my website, that is to say, Pat Becker Books, I do have several there that I hope that you will enjoy. Nan, thanks so much. And Jenny, welcome, for goodness sakes. So will you come back and tell us about what you have planned for the store?
Sure.
All right, sounds good to me. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Welcome back. We're excited for Trainers Forum this year. Today's episode, we have Maddie back today, and she's going to talk about crate training. So what sort of tips do you have for us?
Well, crate training is a great way to get our dogs comfortable and to give them a safe spot to call their own. Okay. It is definitely something that I always encourage, and there's 2 different kinds of crates. We have 2 different styles.
Okay, tell us about those.
Well, there's the hard shell style or the shipping style, and this is a kind that kind of gives the dog a more enclosed den-like feel. Okay. It's also safer when you're traveling, so that way if there's any turbulence or anything, your dog does feel more secure and it is safer. However, it can be too open, and there's not really as much room for them to see out. Great. And to feel as comfortable that way, to where our wire kennel gives our dogs a little bit more sight outside, but sometimes can't feel or won't feel as secure. So if you find you have a more timid dog, sometimes the more den-like feeling of a hard shell will be a little bit more secure for them. However, a little bit more of an active dog might prefer the wire kennel because they can see out.
You did mention something earlier about sides that could be used for this, or some sort of protection you can use.
Yeah, definitely using covers for it can help. Also understanding the size that the dog needs. There's a very big importance on making sure you get the correct size for your dog. Okay. We want to make sure a dog can comfortably stand up so their head doesn't touch. I've kind of gotten at least a 1-inch rule. Okay. So when your dog's standing up, it should be about 1 inch over their head. They should be able to lay out comfortably, turn around comfortably, but it shouldn't be so big that the dog feels overwhelmed with the size.
Great. How about beginning to train with a crate?
Absolutely. Well, we want the crate to be a fun place, a safe place for our dog. So always starting off small and building up the time your dog spends in there. I like making a lot of positive associations with your dog getting special objects such as a Kong toy or a special toy or a puzzle toy for them to get inside their kennel. Sometimes giving them special treats or chew bones, as long as there's something that's safe. So not typically a rawhide or something like that, but a safe chew could be good.
Fantastic. Those are some great beginning tips for using crates. We're now going to throw it to Pat and Annabelle, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
Another one of our wonderful trainers, Annabelle, used to be Connor, now it's Baker.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's a lucky man.
Thank you.
So what are you going to tell us today?
Well, we're going to talk about how important it is with your new puppy or with any dog to get them to accept touch.
Touch is a big thing.
It is. The touch of the ears, touch of the mouth, eyes, feet. Touch all down the back. Let him touch the tail. He said, I'll get up now and see what you're doing.
Will he lie down for you?
I think he will. Yeah.
The important thing, when the dog is being examined or it's emergency, these things are so vital.
They're vital. And if you ever want to have a therapy dog, which Tedder is, you have to start doing this very early so he accepts lots of touch from all kinds of people.
That's a good point. It absolutely is. Oh, you are so sweet. So the thing about it is that most dogs, obviously, the lying down thing is a concession for them.
Yes, it is.
The flight and fight issue is non-existent because they
Right.
feel like they're a little trapped.
They do.
So if you do it as a puppy, then they learn there is no harm.
That's right.
And feet, I mean, some people cannot even touch their dog's feet.
And you've got to do nails, and if you ever get in trouble, if they get injured and the vet needs to examine them, they've got to be able to accept for people to touch them.
Yeah. So actually grooming, going to a groomer would probably be a good idea too in that so that the groomer can kind of get the dog used to that sort of thing.
Right.
Because obviously, they have to stand very still for them.
They do. They have to do a stand, and they have to have their ears looked at. And sometimes you have to give them medicine. You've got to open their mouth and be able to pull their teeth back and their lips back and look at their teeth. Sometimes you have to put eye drops in, and you have to be able to move their eyes.
So this, I noticed that this little dog didn't mind when you did that.
No, he's had it paired with food. That's an important thing when you first start this, is to pair it with food. If your dog's food motivated, so that he accepts it as something wonderful.
Yes, and the reason that I am touching him here is that it's important because not just for you to touch, but when the dog is, as I say, being examined, or if there's an emergency, or if there is something that you have you want to demonstrate with the dog, especially with the therapy thing, then they have to be. And he's allowing me to touch him. I'm going to touch one of his paws.
He says, "Hey."
You see? Yes, yes. And this is very important.
It
Can
is.
you, in summation, can you give me in general why this is a good idea?
Well, you may need him for vet care. You may want to make him a therapy dog. You may have a gifting that way. And you may need to give him medicine or doctoring in some way.
And medicine too. So puppies, every time you have a puppy, for goodness sakes, folks, do the touch. And you can do it very, very gradually, and do it with a treat. We thank you so much.
Thank you, Pat.
Appreciate it so much, and you are so precious. We're gonna now toss this over to Rusty, who has another good tip for us.
Thanks, Pat. For our last segment of Trainers Forum, I like to talk about the fun of potty training your dog. That's right, it's always a blast. The one thing to remember is consistency with your dog. As we saw with Maddie earlier today, she was talking about crate training. When you crate train, before you put your dog in the crate, they definitely need to use the bathroom. And immediately, as soon as they come out of the crate, you want to do the same. You want to take them outside, and you want to make sure that they do their business. It doesn't matter. So today we have some tools that are in front of me that a lot of people use and they're very familiar with. First, I'd like to start with the puppy mat. These are mats that you can put in your house that you train your dog how to use. This is also really neat. We've got a tray that it goes in to hold it down. Some pros and cons to using this sort of mat is that dogs aren't like humans. If they put one paw on the front of this mat and then use the floor for the rest, they're still doing what you taught them to. Also, when you use mats, you have the smell in your house of urine and feces, and that's kind of hard to deal with. So that's something to consider. Another one that's new is this disposable tray. It's kind of like a cat box for dogs. Also has the same combination of problems. You still have the ability for the dog to be inside the tray, but yet outside, and they may not use it, and then you have the odors in there as well. The best technique for your dog when you are potty training is really to be consistent and take them outside. When you have a new puppy, their bladders are not able to hold things as much as possible, and so you have to be able to let them out on more of a regular basis. One of the tools that we have here is a stain and odor eliminator. So when you do have that indoor accident, this is a great thing to use after you've cleaned up the urine or the poop. You definitely spray this, you wipe it down. This eliminates the odors that your dog can come back to every time, because dogs will like to use the same spot. If you've noticed, in your house, in the backyard, they kind of find their same area that they like to go to the bathroom. Another problem that customers ask, or our viewers ask, is that my dog won't go outside and go to the bathroom. That's really just a mind over matter. And you have to make sure that you are very diligent and they do their business when they're outside. So those are a few tips for potty training. If you have any more, we look forward to seeing your questions. And after this break, we'll have more Dog Talk.
Hey, Dog Talk fans, make sure you join the conversation on social media. Just go to facebook.com/dogtalktv. We'd love to hear a story of your furry friend, so send us an email to pat@dogtalktv.com. You could be featured as our Dog of the Week. Now, enjoy the show.
So Michelle, you have a surprise for us.
Absolutely. I got a video from Puggerfest. Check this out, guys. Puggerfest. If you haven't heard of this, I tell you what, you got to come out. It's one of the most amazing events. I tell you, Gail, this is the most fun I have all year long. This is Gail Tucker. She is the founder of the Homeward Bound Pug Rescue. And can you tell us a little bit about Puggerfest?
Oh, well, it's our biggest fundraiser of the year. We do it every year. And usually the first or second weekend in October, hence the fest part of it. And this year, we started themes about 5 years ago, and this year we chose pug stock, hippies, tie-dye, the whole thing. And as you can see, we've got a lot of things going on. We have a sale table with our t-shirts and a lot of goodies. We have pug races that came back this year, which really are fun. We've got people dressed up in pug suits and all sorts of things, and a great, huge silent auction. I think probably the biggest that most rescues do have. Great raffle prizes, so people can go buy raffle tickets. They don't have to be present to win on the raffle tickets.
Oh, that's always great.
Yes. And we do crown a king and a queen, but they buy tickets for a king, $1 a piece, $65, and then they get a big basket. They get crowned, the whole 9 yards, have the robes, the whole thing. So we do that at the very end of Puggerfest.
That is fantastic. Now, currently, about how many pugs do you have in your rescue that are needing homes?
I would say about 50 right now. Yeah.
That breaks my heart.
Mine too.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
Yeah. Now, how do people get in touch with you if they're looking to adopt a pug?
The best way is probably through our Facebook page, which is Homeward Bound Pugs. Our Facebook page is really caught up all the time. The website, they can go there too, and our information is there, but it's not quite as current as our Facebook page. We're also on Pet Finders, so they can go out there and look for Google Homeward Bound Pug Rescue and find the pugs there too. And then they just email us, homewardboundpugs@cox.net. It's out there, and we'll try to hook them up with our application process is all online.
Oh, okay.
We do reference checking, we do a home visit, just like adopting a child.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to make sure they go to a good home. We don't want them back
don't
in
want
a
them
shelter.
Back. Yeah, don't want them back. That's
absolutely.
heartbreaking.
Okay, and so you're basically, you cover the whole state, right? You kind of have people located in the Oklahoma City area, Tulsa area, so you span
they're all over. And we've gotten a few more fosters, so we've got some people in Lawton and other Collinsville, people like that. So it's working out. We always need foster homes though, always, always, always. And we have a foster app online too.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what exactly made you want to start a pug rescue?
Well, I got the pug bug when my son got a pug when he was going to college, and I used to watch him because my son would entertain and be gone for 6 months at a time, so I'd watch him and thought, oh, I want a pug, I want a pug, I want a pug. So I got my own. And after my mom died, I thought, you know, I'd like to do something. I'm almost close to retirement, and so maybe I'll look into starting my own rescue. I helped the rescue out for a year or two, and so I did. I got with a friend of mine, and we kind of partnered up and said, oh, this will be fun. We both love pugs, and got all of our paperwork in and everything, and thought we'd be moderately busy. You know, if they said pug at the shelter, I mean, we were burning up the highway trying to get to it because we were so excited to get them in. and it was very slow at first, but not anymore. Probably 300 to 400 a year coming to us.
I tell you what, a lot of people don't realize just how many, different, it doesn't matter what breed it is.
No.
These rescues just have constant flows, and there's such a desperate need. I mean, just absolutely a desperate need for people to adopt these dogs, and they are the cutest. I mean, I love this event because it's fully enclosed.
They
so
love
the
people.
dogs get to run around. We've got little pugs at our feet at every moment of the day, and this is just fantastic. Well, thanks for having us out again.
You're welcome.
Like
Thanks
I said,
for coming by.
This
We'd love
is
to
my
have you.
favorite event of the
I'm
year.
glad to hear that. It's wonderful.
All right, well, it was good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Okay, so if I could have the individuals start lining up right here at the stairs that's in the pug contest. Let's give Alice a nice big and she is a butterfly. An individual. Done by Jasmine from Del City, off in Stillwater. Let's give her a nice big hand. AKA the Escape Devil. Let's give Jimi Hendrix a nice big hand. Let's give him a nice big round of applause. Elvis is in the house.
Hey guys, we're still out here at Puggerfest, and I'm here with one of the volunteers. This is Rhonda, and she is not only a volunteer at their events, but she also fosters. And so we just kind of wanted to talk to her a little bit and find out some information on what the fosters do. Now, how did you find out about fostering?
We just saw a poster about Puggerfest, and somebody said they needed fosters just temporarily before Puggerfest 3 years ago.
Wow. I tell you what, guys, like Gail said earlier when we were talking to her, they currently have over 50 dogs that are looking for homes. There's absolutely not enough fosters to take all those dogs in, and what people don't realize is you are not responsible for the medical costs and things like that when you're fostering. That's what the rescue does these fundraisers for. They raise money, they cover the expenses. They just basically need somebody to care for the dogs.
Take them in to their home and feed them and love them and take care of them.
Yeah.
And then you just take the dog to the event so that they can meet people to get them adopted.
Now, how many dogs have you fostered?
We fostered 5 and we kept 3.
Now that is a problem. You know, unfortunately you take these fosters in and it's supposed to be temporary, but they're so precious and you can't help but just fall in love with them. And sometimes, you know, as we say, foster failure, but it's not
I'm
a failure.
proud to be a foster failure.
If you don't fail at least once, you're not doing it right. So how many of the Puggerfest have you attended and volunteered at?
I have attended 3 and volunteered at 3. We do the kids zone and have games for the children to play just to raise more money for the event.
Yeah, we were talking with Gail and she was talking about all the wonderful items that they have to raffle. I tell you what, people donate all kinds of things. I think my favorite thing about Puggerfest is about half of the items that are raffled off are actually pug-related items. And I never knew you could get pillows and purses with pugs on them. Well, what's your favorite part about Puggerfest?
My favorite part is that we take a picture every year of all the people who have adopted from Puggerfest, and so it's kind of a reunion, and the number just keeps getting bigger each year of people that are in the picture.
Yeah, I saw the picture, and I tell you what, you cannot imagine how many people were up there with their little pugs. It's just precious. Well, thank you for your time, Rhonda.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, and at yet another event. I tell you what, all the rescues do these. Look on their Facebook pages, go online and check them all out because there are so many different events that you can get involved with. Maybe you're not available to adopt or to foster, but coming out to these events, you know, just enjoying the time, socializing your dog and helping them raise money is, you know, absolutely what they need. Well, thanks, guys.
Talking about dogs, talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging hole, thing like that, dog.